Channels Podcast. Hello there, I'm Moose.
I'm Jody.
And we married couple talking about movies, TV shows, mostly TV shows.
Yeah.
Hence the channels part of the married with.
Yep.
And we'll get to a Ted Lasso episode in a little bit, but we start with a new mini-series, limited series. Seems like that's what they call the more thinky kind of...
Right.
I don't want to say pretentious.
Huh.
They don't say miniseries. They say limited series.
Right.
Miniseries sounds like, you know, some sort of Dynasty miniseries
like
special.
Something made for TV, for primetime TV.
Almost like a Lifetime thing.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, 9 Perfect Strangers. You got 9 times the Balky, 9 times the cousin Larry. I had to get that joke in there.
Just kidding.
Don't be ridiculous.
I forgot about that show. That's right? Great.
Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, Michael Shannon. Oh man, what's the one guy's name? I just got the
Luke Evans from The Alienist.
No, I was thinking of Bobby Cannavale. He's that kind of actor.
No, not Michael Shannon. But yeah, Bobby Cannavale. You just said his name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm tired.
And yeah.
Regina Hall. Do you know where
oh, yeah,
you know
Scream.
her from? Yeah. No, Scary Movie.
Scary Movie. She's so great in that.
I know.
Sydney.
I kept looking at her like, where do I know her from? Where do I know her from? And then it clicked for me one scene. I was like, oh yeah.
So basically, you got 9 strangers going to this wellness retreat run by Nicole Kidman's Russian character, Masha. And, you know, some of her methods are different. There's blood being drawn. There's cell phones taken away. It's very much like they're digging graves to lay in to, I don't know, kind of picture what they'd be like dead.
And then to be reborn again into healing and wellness. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's customized like breakfast smoothies for everyone.
Does breakfast look pretty damn
I
awesome,
know,
though.
right? And that infinity pool, I'm like, I kind of want to go stay at this place.
I want to go there, but I don't want to deal with any of the...
Right?
You know.
I want the place all to myself.
I don't want the mind fuckery. I mean, if you're going to do stuff like... If we're going to do like chanting and Tai Chi and maybe yoga all the time, okay, that's cool.
Sure.
But not stuff like... Here, I'll just play the clip. This is from the end of episode 1.
We came here for a retreat. To escape.
None of you shall retreat. You will not escape.
You know why we're here. Do you really mean to fuck with us like this?
Lapuchka. This is Tranquillum. I mean to fuck with all of you.
Swelling, dramatic music. And then the episode ends.
Wow. She's up to something.
Yeah, so there's some, they show some flashbacks of Nicole Kidman's character. Apparently she was some business tycoon who gets shot and all of a sudden she is reborn.
Yeah.
And she starts this wellness center called Tranquillum.
Yep.
And all these 9 strangers are showing up and, I don't know, 9 perfect strangers. 9 Perfect Strangers is, I'm kind of interested.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't think it's the best done show.
Sure.
I don't think it's interesting we go from the White Lotus to this.
Yeah.
They're both kind of cut from the same ilk.
Sure. From
the same ilk, whatever. In that they're trying to do character studies. And I don't know. This seems very kind of, it seems like a limited series that should be on CBS.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like a network limited series show. Whereas the White Lotus was different. It had a whole lot of different stuff going on that I could see a network executive being like, what's with all the weird native music that's not native music that's kind of scary?
See, I think we just haven't seen enough to, we're just kind of setting the scene right now. Like, we've set the table, but we haven't actually seen the meal yet,
No, agreed.
I think this is a good character piece. I wouldn't call it network television. I think it's a step above that. But I do have some things I don't like about it. Like sometimes Nicole Kidman's performance is just a little too much, but not every time. So it's hard, but it's hard to kind of, there's a fine line there, and it's like I know it when I see it. Like I can point out like, yeah, that was not good, but the next scene was amazing, you know? And then, you know, Melissa McCarthy is, there's some serious in there, but there's some humor in there too, peppered in a little bit, kind of.
Yeah. I don't think she's pulling off this role very well.
Yes.
She can do drama. Excuse me. She did drama, and I can't remember the name of it, but she played, it was like a biopic about this woman who got caught plagiarizing or fake.
Yeah.
Oh, she was fake writing old books or something. And
Yeah.
I know, it was like one of these like critically acclaimed movies.
Yeah, and I wanted to see that movie, and I never
pull it up, actually.
I never put that on the list of things to watch. But I remember seeing the previews and kind of the press around that movie, thinking, oh, I kind of want to see that.
Yeah, it's Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Yeah.
So it's that I watched like 10 minutes of that movie, and she was really good in what I saw. But
Sure.
in this one, I don't know. I'm just not. She's just not really doing it.
Yeah.
And also on the Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say already.
Her goddamn husband. Look, he's got like 3 appearances in this whole season, but her damn husband, Ben Falcone, is in this fucking thing.
Yeah, I know.
As he is in everything.
It's got to be in her contract, right?
It's got to be. There's got to be. It's just.
I'll do it, but you have to give Ben a role. It's kind of like what she says to every producer on every project that she has ever done.
Oh, yeah. You know, every project she gets involved with, when people are throwing her name around, they're like, yeah, Melissa, she'd be great for this. But, you know, her husband's going to have to be involved somehow.
And they're like, I don't care. I'll write it in. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. No, and I think they just, no spine at all. They do it. And he's not like bad, but it's just, it just drives. I'm starting to hate Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Because she puts her fucking husband in everything. If I was a major movie star, I would not feel obliged to put you in movies with me.
You wouldn't put me in movies. My acting skills are terrible.
Well, they've gotten better. But, you know, I can't imagine he is the best person for that role. You know, granted, it's small.
I think about other actors who just want to get a part, like, who are maybe struggling, like, You're married to a sugar mama. You don't really need that role. You don't need it for your IMDb listing that you were in 50 of your wife's movies, you know? Like,
and maybe it's some cutesy thing they have together.
Maybe.
Where it's like, we're going to be in each other's things all the time. That's our thing.
I'll take you to the top of Hollywood with me.
No, not even that. Just like, we're doing each other's. Hey, you got a project? I'm going to be in it. I got a project? You're going to be in it.
Yeah.
We love each other. But it just gets so annoying, and it's just enough, you know, and it makes me think of Rob Zombie putting his fucking wife and everything.
Yeah.
And she's horrible.
Yeah.
Like Ben Falcone is actually okay.
Yeah.
But Rob Zombie's wife is just the worst. And you know she's going to be in that Monsters remake that he's doing.
Totally. You're getting totally worked up and off topic here. Okay.
But back to the 9 Perfect Strangers, Nicole Kidman, back to her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. She used to do accents so good.
Yeah.
But in The Undoing, she slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
A little of that Australian came through.
Yeah.
And in this one, she's not quite committed to that Russian accent all the time.
I agree. It kind of teeters there on edge, and sometimes you hear it, and then other times you don't. So
I get the feeling that when she was starting out, or at least younger and more hungry, and I'm speculating, you know, put in the time with the dialect coach, you know, practiced it.
Sure.
Whereas now she's Nicole effing Kidman. I'll just watch this Bullwinkle and Rocky, and, you know, I'll get the Russian accent down.
You're on the negative train tonight.
Well,
we don't know what her process is, so let's not judge that. Maybe she does work with a dialogue coach. But I will say that this one teeters between just American accent and sort of a little Russian. And maybe that's on purpose, because maybe she grew up, you know, in Russia and spent enough time in the States, and some of that is lost,
or,
you know, as a corporate businesswoman that she once was.
Or maybe it'll be, and if this is the case, I will give her the Emmy now.
Yeah.
in the end of this show,
Yeah.
turns out she's a fraud. And
Maybe.
her real name is Becky from Jersey.
Right.
You know, and somebody's gonna be like, I knew it. That accent was never quite good enough.
Sure.
Da, 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 da.
Yep.
So we'll see. I don't know. 9 Perfect Strangers, you know, it's fine. I'm into it. I'm not like, you know, all right, shut up. We got to watch this, you know. But
yeah.
there are worse things out there.
It's interesting. There's some newcomers in there too. The is she a YouTuber? The Instagram star. I've never seen her in anything before.
Oh yes,
and
Samara
her husband.
Weaving.
That's her name, huh?
Yeah, Samara Weaving.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, so new people.
Yeah. It's just kind of.
She was in and this is a movie I watched when you fell asleep one night.
Oh. One of those kind of movies, huh?
No, it's just
I'm just kidding.
It was like a kind of a horror thriller. So this kid gets babysat by her. She's a babysitter, and she's like this hot high school girl.
Sure.
And all her, you know, stereotypical friends come over. The jock, the athlete, the cheerleader girl. And it turns out they are like Satan worshipers.
Oh,
and
okay.
they sacrifice this nerd who they invited to the babysitting.
I think I've seen previews for that.
Yeah. And that was actually entertaining.
It was?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm pulling
scary
it up
movie.
now.
All right.
I think it's just called The Babysitter.
Yes, I think that is correct.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting concept, and I thought it was decent.
There's the Asher Ketty. She plays the wife, the grieving mother
Yeah.
of Michael Shannon's character. She's in the Marconi family.
Yeah.
Also, like, until, like, there's a scene where she gets mad at him for being so upbeat all the time.
Yeah.
And before she did that, I was like, oh my gosh, his positivity is driving me crazy. He's driving me crazy with how positive he is. Like, I can't handle that much. Also, he likes to talk a lot. He talks so much. And I think it's to kind of fill that uncomfortable silence because his wife and his daughter are still obviously, you know, grieving and kind of more sad and depressed and not really talking. And so it's like he feels like every uncomfortable silence with his voice.
Which is interesting because Michael Shannon always struck me as the type who is not that. Like, he always seems like Mr. Quiet.
Cool.
Not going to say anything
yeah.
unless it's actually worth saying.
Yes.
But in this one, he's doing his acting.
Yeah.
With the uber energetic, you know, super positive dad.
Yes. Very much so.
He's in denial.
It's interesting. I'm in this one. I like it. I'm watching these characters kind of develop, and I'm ready for the I didn't see that coming moment, I guess.
Yeah. I'm eager for it to kind of pick up and kind of get us more going with where the plot's headed.
Sure.
But I'm definitely not bored.
That's cool.
So yeah, 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu. I think it's 8 episodes. We've watched the first 2.
A limited series. That makes it sound fancy.
Yeah, it's prestige.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jody.
Yeah?
Do you know that there are people who don't use the free Honey plugin when online buying?
What? Who would not get the Honey plugin?
Jerk faces. That's who.
Who pays full price for things by not having an automatic promo code from Honey?
Dorkmongers.
That sounds about right. Also,
Yeah.
lame butts don't have Honey.
So true. Another thing they call people not going to joinhoney.com/married?
Do tell.
Dork dudes.
Yeah, that's 30,000 retailers that they could be saving money at. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, those darn dirt lickers.
Dweebazoids.
Wasties.
Duty diaper heads.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You went too far there.
Sorry about that. What I meant to say was droopy diaper heads.
Okay, that's better. Go to joinhoney.com/married now. Do it. And we're an episode behind on Ted Lasso. There's one waiting for us from this past Friday.
Sweet.
But we did catch the Christmas episode.
Yeah, which, can I just say, that was very strange to watch a Christmas episode in August for me. I mean,
Well,
there are people that love Christmas all year long, and, you know, you have that, but that is not me.
well, I think they're kind of beholden to whatever their schedule is, you know, that
Sure.
Apple TV, whoever's in charge of that, dictates is the best way to do it. So, I think Ted Lasso, when it premiered, last year or the year before, it was a summer show, if I'm not mistaken. So, I
Well,
don't know. But
it
this,
was just a little off for me.
and speaking of off, this was probably my least favorite Ted Lasso episode.
Ah,
And I say that with a warm heart. Like, I still love the show.
sure.
It's by no means souring me on Ted Lasso.
Okay.
But it was a little bit too mushy. A little too, like, heartfelt, warm. And I get it. It's a Christmas episode. But I think they kind of, the way I like Ted Lasso is they kind of toe the line between being smart and clever and being kind of warm-hearted, you know, and mostly positive. But I don't think they really pulled it off here. It was definitely more on the schmaltz side.
Sure.
I mean,
That's kind of what you get with Christmas stuff anyway. I mean, they have a whole, Hallmark channel devoted to Christmas movies, I think. Like, people want the schmaltzy, feel good, warm fuzzies for Christmas episodes, I think.
yeah.
I don't know. I thought it had a little bit of funny still in there, though. Like,
Oh, sure.
I love the scene where Jamie Tart forgot his Secret Santa gift.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just like whip it out, dress it up, present it perfectly. Like each one of them adds their own little touch. And then, collectively, he's like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
He's like, so.
Yeah, it just, there was some stuff that was like, it was kind of unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like, you're not really going to every house looking for a dentist.
I know. Right.
I mean, I get it. Roy's a good uncle. He loves his niece and he
Yeah.
wants the best for her.
Yeah.
But you're not actually, that doesn't really fit with the character. I just picture him being like, oh no, your breath can wait until after Christmas. You
But
know,
that scene when they
go brush your teeth.
when they smelled Phoebe's breath, I
Yes.
was dying laughing. That was so funny.
That was very well done.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god. That was great.
But then the part at the end where they're doing the Love Actually with the note cards,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
oh. And I was thinking like, isn't Love Actually like a notoriously hated movie?
I don't know. I never saw that movie.
Never saw it either.
Yeah.
But everything I've read is like, Love Actually is like the worst Christmas movie / romance movie ever.
I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't make a judgment. And I don't know if I know anybody who's ever really talked about it. So I don't know. But
Yeah. I mean, it's a good, I mean, it's Ted Lasso.
Sure.
There's plenty there that you can, it just seemed like they were trying to do a lot of odes to old Christmas movies. The Love Actually's there. And I can't remember the name of one. I know it was in a movie. Like when Ted Lasso got off the FaceTime with his kid
yeah.
and what's her name threw some rocks at his window, opens
Yeah.
it up. And I forget what she had spelled out on was it Ted? She spelled out something with Christmas wreath.
Yeah, I can't remember what
And
it said, but
And I'm drawing a blank, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to something. They even had like the clip of It's a Wonderful Life.
sure.
And, that's all fine, but it was just kind of like something about the show, this episode was missing like originality. It seemed like they weren't trying super hard.
Huh.
I don't know.
I think what they did is take some classic Christmas stuff, but serve it up Ted Lasso style. You know what I mean? And, I don't
Okay.
know. I know you thought it was kind of hokey, but
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of sweet and funny and cute.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some funny moments
Yeah.
for sure. But just something about this episode was like, I wasn't saying I was rolling my eyes, but it was very much like, oh, come on.
All right.
I don't know. But again, still love the Ted Lasso. This one didn't do it for me.
Okay. To each their own. I thought it was nice.
Okay. Anything else on Ted Lasso?
This episode was kind of about like Ted's first Christmas after his divorce and, he's far away and not with his kid, and people have to deal with that all the time. And, all of the players that didn't have family to go to gathered at Higgins's house. That's kind of nice that people are willing to take people in and for Christmas dinner and kind of enjoy time together. And I don't know, I thought it was good. And, even like Phoebe kind of standing up to a bully, kind of.
Mhm.
I don't know if you call that kid a bully, but
Maybe that's part of my other issue is the divorce thing. I feel like they could have done more with that. He's away from his kid for the first Christmas and his first since the divorce. I'm not saying you spend the whole episode there, but it seemed like for a Ted Lasso episode, there wasn't a lot of Ted Lasso.
True. I mean, there was a bunch of different kind of storylines going there, but I think they did a good job of showing that part of the story and without telling it. There's Ted sad drinking his way to probably his third whiskey, watching It's a Wonderful Life, the part where he jumps off the bridge, and so, and he kind of even had that throwaway line to Rebecca, like, I could have gone down a dark path there.
Yeah.
But instead he spent the day doing some good, so he felt better,
Yeah, I just think they could have done a little bit more with that.
Sure.
I would like to have seen some more of Ted dealing with this Christmas that's never happened to him before. But I don't know, we'll have to...
I feel that's where I think that's true, though. I think that's a Ted Lasso sort of way of dealing with it. Like, he could have sat there and drowned his sorrows, but he's going to get out there and do some good in the world, and that seems more Ted Lasso than just kind of sad sob story.
No, but I think there could have been more done with him in this Christmas, whether it's he goes to Higgins and kind of sees the enjoyment going on, but also kind of misses that familial thing and he leaves, and then maybe he tries some other Christmas thing, maybe at the pub, and I just think there could have been more there with him in the divorce / no kid on Christmas. Just my thought.
Okay.
But I hate the show now.
Oh,
Just kidding. That's going to do it for us. Make sure you go to joinhoney.com/Mary. Get the Honey extension for your browser. That will help us out.
yeah,
And,
do that.
Yeah.
It helps you save money, too.
Yeah, totally. Who doesn't want to save money?
Yeah. Come on.
And make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us a good review on your podcast provider, player, whatever it may be.
Share, tell your friends.
Yeah, and tell your friends. The more the merrier. There's always room for more. We got plenty of downloads. Let's give them to them. Let's throw them out there.
Unlimited downloads.
I don't know why I was thinking of What We Do in the Shadows, but I did. Until next time, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see you later on Married with Channels.
Bye.